Hey, it's Bruce Hill, New Skills, New You. And actually, I'm gonna put a timer on so I don't get long-winded. I have created this channel for leaders, speakers, and coaches. I want to add authors to the mix, but most of the authors I know are leaders, speakers, or coaches. So if you're like, well, speaking is just something I do, I don't call myself a speaker, but I am an author, this is for you. And I created this channel. Over the next 10 minutes, we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. So I'm recording this a few days before 2024 shows up. And there's so many lessons I want to cover. I'm committed to keeping this over the next 10 minutes. I'm going to give you actionable steps. I'm going to help you avoid pitfalls from year-long planning. We give you some resources. All right. How can you continue to invest in yourself past this video? And then last but not least, I want to make sure I set the expectation for the rest of the year. So when you go into 2024, a lot of countries do this. We'll have a New Year's resolution. My challenge to you is you're reflecting on this past year. If you haven't, sit down, piece of paper, reflect on the past year, and then ask yourself, what would I do the same? What would I do the same? But a lot of times we talk about adding things. Maybe you talk about retracting things. We'll get to that. What will I do the same next year? And this look, it's gonna make a huge difference in your life. I'm confident because there's things that you're doing every day that are good. There's things that you're doing every day that are helping you get closer to the life that you desire or the business results you desire. And I don't want you to ignore those. A lot of times we always look at what we should have done or we didn't do, but what are some things you did that are proud of? So take a second, you can pause the video, write down two or three things from this year, from 2023, that you are proud of, that you accomplished, past tense, completed, finished, right? Okay. So when we talk about planning for a year ahead, a lot of people don't realize how much time is 12 months. And they make promises to themselves that they have difficulty keeping. And that's where we have the frustration. I think the average person sticks to the resolution less than 90 days. Resource, The One Thing by Gary Keller, and Atomic Habits by James Clear, and The Compound Effect by Hardy. All right. The One Thing, Atomic Habits, and The Compound Effect. One of these videos will talk about why I like reading physical books versus audiobooks, but I'm not trying to start any arguments. I want to help you have an even more successful year over year. So let's talk about what we did well. For me, 2023, I liked teaching. I created resources. And it was beautiful because this last month was a light bulb moment for me where someone's like, hey, I need help with this. And I was like, oh, here's the link, right? I've already created a resource for problems I saw over and over again. And we'll talk about solving problems to create paychecks. But that's one of my gratitude. That's one of my success from this year is creating resources that help other people with their problems. I've created solutions we can use over and over and over again. And I want to take that into next year. I love teaching, so we're going to do more of that. Now I have a whiteboard over here. So maybe in the next video, I'll do some drawings, and diagrams, etc. And last but not least, I want to give myself credit for getting started. So one of the themes you'll hear me say over and over and over again, one new skill will change your life. It doesn't have to be a new year, it doesn't have to be a new relationship, it doesn't have to be a new job, it doesn't have to be a new city or country. One new skill will change your life. And that's such a beautiful reassurance because you don't have to wait until some arbitrary point in time. You don't have to wait for someone else's permission. You have all the capability and ability, let's say ability you need, you can grow your capability to change your life or your business. And one of the things I'm really excited as I go over the curriculum for the year is you aren't going to start off perfect. And that's not a condemnation, it's encouragement. So you can start and say, hey, give yourself credit for starting and then give yourself grace for the space you have to grow. Perfect example. One of my intentions for 2024 is ambitious. We'll talk about goal setting, where I want to create a YouTube video every single day. I want to post a YouTube video every single day for the year. 300, what's the 24, 366 videos. That's the goal. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Are any of them going to go viral? Am I going to make some money back? Like, what's the return on investment of time? So, step one, we talk about planning for the next year is what are you going to do the same? Step two is what are you going to do more of? So some of those resources, people are like, man, I need help with this. I just send them a video for my YouTube. No funnel, no download necessary. I just send them the video. And that's a really good feeling because I'm adding value without adding time to my calendar. I record it once, done. And I realize there's so many things that I've struggled with and overcome, so many things, questions I've asked and found answers that other people have. So my commitment to myself is to make a YouTube video every day. Excuse me, post a YouTube video every day. And I'll talk about why I say post versus create. So reflect on what you would do the same. What would you do more of? And then the third thing, what would you do less of? And I say less, I'm very cautious will say stop doing something. Because when you stop doing something, you create a void. You create a vacuum of time in your life, on your calendar. It has to be replaced with something. Now, for 2023, for me, it was drinking. I absolutely love bourbon. If you want to get me a present, a bourbon, not scotch, not Irish whiskey, not a malt, um, or sour mash, not even Japanese whiskey, which are really good, like a bourbon whiskey. Okay. My commitment to myself in 2023, I was like, hey, I'm not going to drink any alcohol except on my birthday. That was my commitment to myself. That was something I stopped doing. If you're having trouble picking a New Year's resolution, I want to encourage finding something that you're going to do less of versus finding something to start doing. If you haven't created the pattern of consistency and discipline, you may find it difficult to do both. I recommend one or the other. I lean towards not doing it. And to make it successful, it has to be for a reason. Why? Why would I stop doing something I enjoy very much? Right? I'll go to tastings, buy rare bottles. And it was priority. It was a matter of what am I willing to shift my priorities in order to achieve a higher level of success. So with whiskey, it what I drink is expensive. And then there's time. Usually, you sit down with class, you're having a conversation. You may be watching a game or a movie or go out to a bar with friends. Like there's time that I was using that weren't getting me closer to my goals. So my issue wasn't with alcohol, it was how I spent my time. For Bruce Hill, for me, that was the best way to reclaim that time. So when I stopped drinking, what did I start doing? I started reading again. This year I've read about 20 books. Most of those are hard copy, a few audio books, and one or two digital books, right? And that has been a replacement for the time because that gets me close to my goal. That helps to learn about leadership, communication, and expands my thinking. One of the quotes that I love is once your mind expands, it's very difficult or even impossible for a return to its original size and shape. So when I create this channel, posting a video every day seems like a challenge, but it's actually really simple. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make 10-minute videos. I can take a Saturday or Sunday, record 7 or 8 10-minute videos, take me about an hour and a half, 90, and then I've got something to post every day of the week. That's what I want you to do with your goals. And this isn't a goal planning conversation. This is just an expectation for the channel. So for this new year, we want to help speakers, coaches, and leaders, especially if they're authors. All of those people should be authors. So I'm not sure if that's redundant, but I'll say it just in case. We're going to support them by adding value daily from the YouTube channel. That's my commitment. And a lot of people will say, well, I've never started a YouTube channel before. And it creates a paradox. Say, well, if you're going to wait to start something until after you're already good at it, when will you start? And it's a challenge because I don't have a great camera. I got to play this back to see if the audio is any good. Look, I need my locks twist. Oh man, check this out. My glasses broke the other week. I'm waiting on some new ones. There's so many reasons I could say I don't have a studio. This is an office. I just cleared the things off the wall. There's so many reasons not to start. We could quickly talk ourselves out of it. We could quickly talk ourselves out of even trying. And that's what this channel is for. One new skill will change your life. If we can make it easy for someone to take the first step, we have already transformed their life. We've already changed the direction of their life and moved their trajectory towards success. So then the next thing is the consistency, because you're not going to transform your life. You're not going to have a noticeable change in a positive way overnight. It's very rare. It happens over time. And that's where I have to be consistent to lead by example to help you be consistent. I'm Bruce Hill. I believe one new skill will change your life. And my goal is to help leaders, speakers, and coaches to hear yes more often without sounding salesy, so they can grow themselves, they can grow their people, and grow their business. I'm really excited to come along this journey with me as I start creating these videos. I'm good at starting things and stopping, so hold me accountable and let me know what topics you want to cover for personal and professional development. Just shoot me a comment and we'll focus on that, because that's what it's about, is helping you succeed. Peace.